Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Nestle Yorkie biscuit bars. I don't think you can buy them individually, so I buy them in a pack of 7. That's the they'll keep me going. Yeah, there we go. So basically, well, the Nestle Yorkie is a chocolate bar. It's essentially just thick milk chocolate really. There's nothing in it. You can get a biscuit and raisin version, and I think there was one time another version which I forgot what it is now. Yeah, the gist of it is it's really just a sort of the blue version. I think the biscuit and raisin one is like a browny purple version, but this is the blue one. Is just a straight milk chocolate. It's a bit difficult to know really how it would translate to a biscuit. I guess looking at it, it's got the rough Yorkie shape, but seems to have a biscuit middle. Yeah. Oh, interesting, really interesting. So, funny enough, in my review for Yorkie, I was saying how they used to have like the slogan used to be not for girls or whatever, and it used to have like women or girls dressed as men trying to buy them from the local newsagents, things in the adverts, and you know, I thought, well, if they seem to have scrapped that that kind of marketing or whatever advertising scheme, what you'd call it, the campaign. That's it. What you can see on the back here. Man fuel for man stuff. So it keeps them on with the biscuits, whereas it doesn't with the bar. I've not seen that slogan on the bar, but it does say that. So yeah, I don't know. There we go. And you'd think the biscuit ones, if anything, were probably more aimed at kids really for having the lunch boxes. So I'm not really sure, that it works really here. Well, I don't know what the market is for these. So maybe it is the same people that buy Yorkie chocolate. But I would have said these are probably for kids to have with their for after school dinners and things. Usually that's what these usually are only for anyway. Well, I don't know. Anyway, speculating I guess, but that's what I would have said. That's generally what these are for really, I think. But yeah, interesting stuff anyway. So it says, Bourbon biscuit. Ooh, Bourbon. Cover with chunky milk chocolate. That's quite nice. So Bourbon is a type of biscuit. I don't know if we have it in elsewhere, but in the UK it's kind of like it's a bit like a chocolate flavoured biscuit with a chocolate cream in the middle. So you've got like 2 layers of biscuit with a chocolate cream in the middle. It's quite nice actually. When I was younger, I used to we used to have a biscuit tin basically, and I think if it was left out, I could access it, and I used to just take out all the Bourbons and basically, well, lick off the cream, I guess, or scrape it off with my teeth or whatever, and then put them back in the biscuit. So I think, the rest of my family weren't very happy with that, but good tactic though, good tactic. So they hid the biscuit tin not long after that, so I couldn't get it. It was a good, 8 years or something before I was tall enough to reach where they put it, so something like that anyway, yeah, so... but I didn't start doing it again, I don't think. I think I enjoyed the whole biscuit after that point. Anyway, so back onto Yorkies. So we've got the calories on the back. So 7 bars, 1 serving is a bar, it says on the back. Let's see, so per serving, 126 calories, 6.2 grams of fat, 3.3 of which are saturates. Yeah, so 527 calories, 126 calories, 6.2 grams of fat, 3.3 of which are saturates. Sorry, I keep reading the wrong column, and I do apologise for that. Yeah, so just to clarify, just in case, 126 calories, 6.2 grams of fat, 3.3 of which are saturates, and that's for each bar. Okay, so I think, goes without saying, it's got the same basic packaging as the regular chocolate bar, same text, same colour, same font colour and all this and the other. I'd be interested to see how many blocks there are in it really. There's the main Yorkie bar, there used to be 6, one block, each block used to have a letter on, just in the regular chocolate bar. But they made it smaller, so you have 5, so they couldn't do that in the end, so shot themselves in the foot there a bit with trying to get away with it. Of course, they say it's to reduce calories, but it's to make them more money, isn't it? Okay, so we've got 7 bars. Let's move the rest to the side. So here we go. Yorkie biscuits. So it's quite small, you'd say. I don't think I'll bother measuring it with the flourishing. Well, yeah, why not? Why not? because you don't see them really because it's packed away, but I'll do it anyway. So it's about 11.5 centimeters with flourishes fully extended. Yeah, so if we do the width patches there. Okay, so that's great. So it gives you the calories on the back. So they have put some effort in. Sometimes they don't really put much effort into these ones because all the calories and information's on the main bag, but they've done quite a lot here. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, nothing really much more to say. Let's give it an open. Okay. So okay. So it does look a bit like a Yorkie. Yeah, it has the Yorkie segments. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm sure that's how a Yorkie looks nowadays. I think it used to be sort of just all blocks were like that really. Maybe I don't know, and just do a partition, but I think they do. I think they do look a bit like that nowadays. So let's give it a measure now. So it's about 8.2 centimeters long. When it's at the bottom, wide it's about 3.2. Bit hard to measure at the top because you can see it's kind of, it's not as high as you'd think, is it really? They've kind of cheated a bit on that. Yeah, but if you count to the middle of this sort of raised bit, about 1.2 again. But just in between the raised bits is about 0.7. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, so it looks alright. I think like a mini Yorkie, I guess. Yeah, make sure to show how big the old one used to be. We had 6 segments, It actually looks quite big when you think about it now, with 2 of these side by side. Making one big bar is what it used to be. It's surprising me how you used to get to things being smaller, isn't it? That would seem a bit... The Yorkie was that bigger segments. It would seem quite big, having that many now. Yeah, so this goes to show how quickly you get used to things being shrunk. Yes, there you go. Okay, looks quite nice. Let's look at the centre. So you can see, nice sort of biscuity centre there. Let's cut it down the middle. See what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, so it kind of goes quite a way into the dome, I guess. See, it does raise a bit into the dome, not all the way to the top. We can see it does go slightly above the regular line, only slightly though. In fact, no, it doesn't actually, does it? No, I thought it did, but it doesn't. Yeah, so it doesn't go into the dome bit, which is the way it seems to be actually, these biscuits, because they seem to bake like a slab of biscuit and then just pour the chocolate on top. Because a slab is just a slab, sort of uniform, and it doesn't really raise or fall, and you can't really fill it. It's not liquid to fill gaps, so I guess that does make sense. I've noticed that in most chocolate bars. Looks quite nice, really. And as I say, it's got the Yorkie. This is how the regular chocolate bars now. Yorkie in the segments rather than one letter per segment, because there isn't enough segments anymore. If you can see that, it's a bit subtle. Yeah, it does say Yorkie. Okay, let's give it a taste. Yeah, not bad at all, that. It's difficult. There's not enough chocolate really to know for sure if it tastes of Yorkie chocolate, but I think it does. Yeah. But the main taste is the biscuits. And the biscuit's quite dry. It might be nice if there was some kind of cream in there or something, but I think then you're probably looking at another type of biscuit like a penguin, which is another biscuit that's similar to this with cream at the top. It's okay. I think the problem with it is I think it kind of misses the point of what a Yorkie is really, because it's just got biscuit in the middle. The Yorkie is about thick, blocky, hard chocolate. When you bite it, you get a proper snap, of chocolate. And obviously, because it's biscuit, you do get a bit of a crunch, but not the same. And you don't really get loads of chocolate. You can't tell. I wouldn't say the Yorkie chocolate's the best in the world, but it just works. But you can't really tell that it's Yorkie chocolate with this either. because it just isn't the prominent flavour really, the prominent feature. What I do like though is like I used to in the old days when I was younger, I used to nibble around the edge of breakfast biscuits. Well, lunchtime, these sort of like small biscuits. And you can do it with this Yorkie one. I used to be able to do it with clubs and most chocolates, but now because they're scrimping on all the the chocolate content, stuff like that, you can't do it anymore. But you can still with this bar, so that's quite good. Yes, you can nibble around the edges. So if you like doing little things like that. Sometimes little features like that and little quick. So what makes you remember them for when when you're older, really? But I don't know. I think the bourbon taste in this, it's a bit lacking really. It's not complemented by the chocolate. I think the way forward might be to dip it. I do have a handy cup of coffee here. It's probably not as warm as it was, but I think because it's a biscuit, dipping it, it's always going to be a good thing. Yeah, I think the coffee doesn't really penetrate the chocolate, so my coffee's not as warm as it was either. Touch and go as whether a bit of chocolate, a bit of coffee dippage or tea makes it, adds to the flavour. I'm melting the chocolate and making the biscuit a bit more less plain, I guess. It's okay. I just think, as I say, it doesn't quite hit the mark as far as the Yorkie is concerned. It doesn't really taste of a Yorkie at all. It's just nothing like a Yorkie, in fact. You can't really taste the Yorkie chocolate. There's no real chocolate crunch. There's no thick chocolate. I mean, there's thickish chocolate around the edges, which I've mentioned, but it's not. It's by nowhere near makes you think, oh yes, that's like a Yorkie. I mean, I guess they've got thicker chocolate than most other sort of these biscuit chocolates have. Nowadays, such as clubs and things, but really they should have chocolate this thick as well. They just don't anymore. Well, don't seem to anyway, from what I remember when I was younger. So yeah, I just think, I don't know, it just doesn't really work. It just looks a bit like a Yorkie, and that's about it. It isn't really a Yorkie. I think I'd probably prefer to have something with a bit more substance to it. I think the biscuit's just a bit too plain. It's perhaps not sweet enough, or doesn't really have enough going for it. Not unpleasant. It just needs something else in it, like a bit of a small cream layer or something like that, chocolate cream layer or something. Just to give it something a bit extra, because otherwise it's just a bit like a dry biscuit really. It's just a bit too. I quite like chocolate with crunch in it, but it needs to be, it needs to not just be all biscuit like this really. It's just too much biscuit, I think. I can see why they've done that. They've tried to do it because it's the Yorkie brand and it's thick and blocky. Maybe that's what you don't get in other areas, so maybe that does have the appeal to some people. Maybe that's what its unique selling point is. But I think for me, being a lover of biscuits and chocolate, I think for me it's just the ratios are just a bit too much. Just a bit too thick a biscuit, and the chocolate doesn't really. I don't know, like a digestive. It has a chocolate digestive has a lot of which is basically a plain biscuit with a chocolate on top. Has a lot more biscuit to chocolate ratio, but the biscuit's quite thin, and I don't know. The chocolate's just got a bit more about it, whereas this one, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work as well. Not sure. Something not quite right about the ratios, I think. Yeah. Maybe it's just the biscuit's just not got quite enough flavour to it. Maybe they've cut down on the sugar inside it or something like that, and I don't know. And it just means it's just not got a strong enough taste or sweetness or whatever to carry it forward. It just ends up being a bit dry. Not sure, but I think there's other biscuit bars I'd rather have things like a Kit Kat or a Penguin or a Club or anything really. Any of the other types have got a biscuit sensor. I just think do a better job. It's just a shame, but there you go. yeah, I think really what you'd probably want is just a three-fingered, a three-segmented Yorkie really, rather than a biscuit one. I think that's all they needed to do, to be honest with you, and have that for kids' lunchbox. I don't know what the calories would be like, but I think that's all they need to do really. I don't know why they've gone to this extent. So yeah, strange one. Maybe they were worried it would take away from the Yorkie market. I don't know. Because you probably would buy this for £1, and five segmented Yorkies are around 50p or something these days. You get 7 of these three segmented ones for £1. Yeah, that's not a bad deal really. yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, so I think maybe that's why they do it, but I think that's what they should have done anyway. But as I say, maybe the marketing department or costings department or whatever sort of said it might be a bit too much of giving something away. Who knows? Anyway, I digress. But yes, it doesn't really work as a biscuit bar. It would be difficult to difficult to make it work, I think. Yeah, as I say, I don't know. Just trying to think. I quite like Breakaways, which are another biscuit bar, really similar to this chocolate biscuit bar that you have for school dinners and things. And it's they're quite. I remember them being nicer than they were when I reviewed them not too long ago. I think the biscuit wasn't as sweet again. And they were quite similar to these really, but without a chocolate biscuit filling. It was just like a vanilla biscuit filling, digested. So I think maybe it is just the fact that they just don't put as much sugar in them as they used to, which is good, obviously for obvious reasons, but for taste reasons, I don't know, it makes the biscuit seem a bit plain. So it could be something along those lines. Maybe my taste buds just aren't the same as they used to be. Who knows? But there we go. Right, guys. Yeah, I think a 3 out of 5. I think for me, I think there's just better ones out there. Most other chocolate biscuit bars, I think, are better than these ones. I think so. Yeah, I think I would go for other ones really most of the time over these ones. Right, well there we go. Hope you enjoyed that video, everyone. Take care, subscribe, please like my videos, and obviously leave a comment or two as well. It's always great to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye.